call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Syracuse Orange, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Miami's offense will take the field first. He wants to change this route. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Nicholson. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. Safe to say expectations have not been met. When you start a season in the top 5, you expect to contend for a playoff spot. Now they're sitting there unranked. What about just overhauling the whole program if they can't get this thing fixed?
Well, yes, and it's hard, man. It's hard when you start that high and then something happens and it starts to snowball. Momentum is a powerful thing. These are young kids, Jesse, and they got to find a way to swing that momentum.
They've had some tough losses, obviously some key injuries, but they need a win in the worst way possible. They have got to find a way to right the ship.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs closer to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game, run the football, great gain, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. They'll leave it with him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The sure hands, it's Nicholson. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Working that left side now. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's got an open man. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami!
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Syracuse's offense will get the ball for the first time. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. Syracuse will send out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Syracuse. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
You always hear the old saying, tips lead to picks. Quarterbacks have got to be careful. You've got to be so accurate with the ball. If you're not, and a defender tips that thing up into the air, bad things generally happen. Pick 6. Doesn't get much worse than that.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Smashes through the tackle. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but finding those elite speedsters down in the state of Florida, it's not a hard job.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Power football with the run. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They've already gone for it a couple of times on fourth down, converted once. Looks as if they'll try a third. Converts on fourth down, still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Here we go. Back to pass. Skips away from pressure. Bought a little time, lets it go. Catch in the middle, it's Nicholson. He stopped at the 32-yard line, pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a first down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it to the right side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be third and long. They'll try the left side. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. To the air, it's Leon. Quickly to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Caught in the backfield, it's Moffitt. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to throw on third. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Syracuse will be forced to punt. This will be his second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. The Covers team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. While the Canes are known for big-time playmakers, tough physical running is part of it too.
Yeah, you got to be able to have a team that not just is about sizzle, and we've seen so many Miami teams about sizzle, but some substance with some physicality, the run game.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He wants to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And here comes the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Hurricanes will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. It's Nicholson. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Now on 1st down from the 28. Quarterback making checks. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Complete to the left. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
My man, get him the ball. He will do the rest. Catches the football, walks into the end zone. Feed that man the rock.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
The offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to come into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Dropping back, it's Leon. Catch in the middle, it's Clark. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Going to try to get it himself.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Rush is on him. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Finds his tight end. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Steps away. Bought a little time, lets it go. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
The pass rush has got to do a better job with their lane integrity. You cannot let this particular quarterback with his speed flush out to the right or to the left because he's absolutely going to kill you. You've got to do a better job collapsing the pocket and forcing him to step up into the teeth of your rush.
The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Release to the back. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there on South Beach, and we've had a lively first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Hard Rock Stadium.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to throw. It's Leon. Under fire. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. When you play backer at Miami, you got to bring some of that vintage Kane attitude.
The attitude, the physicality, the dislike for people. That's what you need at the linebacker spot. Miami's found a few of those guys over the years.
And the ball squirts out deep in their own end. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But they had a great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And he's forced out of bounds, close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
And so how physical are you willing to be offensively at this point on 3rd down coming up? Do you want to keep trying to run the football? I mean, you're right there at the goal line. How do you want to do it, though? You want to spread them out, maybe go zone read in the middle, give your quarterback the option to keep it? Or do you want to bring the big fellas in, go jumbo formation, and just try to impose your will?
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll try to power it in. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
The Orange with that goal line virtually on their heels, trying to find some room to operate. Bringing the heat. Buys a little time with his feet. Turning it on. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. Letting them out of jail like that is a punch in the teeth to this defense. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 37. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Leon. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. He'll be stopped right at the 43-yard line. It'll be 4th down. Now to see if they want to spin that wheel of fortune. The Orange will have to punt. Catches it at the 15. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And the Canes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see some of these jet sweeps, and they were ready that time. Great job communicating before the snap. Everybody had their eyes in the right place, and they're able to tackle the receiver for a loss.
Rolling on the run. Pulls it in on the right. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
And that pressure got to him quick. Talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quarterback may change this route. They'll run play action. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Now facing a 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Wide open downfield. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. On fourth down, trying to find his man. He's got it. First down and more. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
And they must have had a play in practice that they just felt was unstoppable because they essentially just took away an automatic chip shot field goal to go for that fourth down. But because of the execution, it was just too good. They're looking now to score 6.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that. Second down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more room to operate and try to maybe find some windows to throw a football here. Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes. But fourth and short. Now, decision time, baby.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they turn it into a defensive score. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Gets it out fast. He's not going to make it. They stop him at the 1, and the two-pointer is no good. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So first down will open up the final period. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the option. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there, stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen.
This pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
When I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I want to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Give to the running back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The Orange with a ton of options available on second and short. Leaves it with the running back. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Syracuse right back at it. Back to throw, it's Leon. He'll off one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking up.
How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. Syracuse comes to the line on first and goal. From the gun. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking to throw and he needs a bunch. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there but couldn't hook up.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. That one interception in the loss last week really stuck with him, but he's answered by taking care of the football in this game.
Nice answer. Just a nice bounce back. When you're the leader and you're the guy that everybody looks to and you handle adversity from last week like you did today in this game, nice job by this quarterback leading this team.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. This time he's got it. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching. Keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Give to the single back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
Wants to go up top. It's complete to the left. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Punts it out of the air. Touchdown, Miami! And the beatdown has ensued. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
Salt into your wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
He'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in.
Breaks into the open. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going. Syracuse mere inches away from a 3rd down conversion. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They stopped him cold in the backfield, and all he needed was inches on 3rd down. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. He's got enough to give Syracuse the 1st down.
Okay, ready?
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late?
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Syracuse will send out the punt team. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. After this, it'll be a wrap. Might be calling a hot route. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He hurls one deep down the left side. Intercepted to stop the threat. Trying to take it back. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
it.